Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 4 of revealing my full poured silver stack. So let's get straight into the video. Remove the COAs. Now you can see that I've got this over there so we can reveal it slowly. So the next 3 pieces we're going to be showcasing is going to be 1, 2, and what should we do? Let's do this piece over here. So we have 3 pieces there. I'm actually really excited to show you the next box that I have. The next box hasn't got as many individual pieces in, but it has got some really cool pieces. So in today's video we've got these 3 to showcase. We're going to zoom in a little bit so we can appreciate each one individually. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with, let's start off with this middle piece. Now this is from the same company that I had the piece that was showcased in yesterday's video. Rio's Precious Metals, a UK based company. Again, I'll leave the link to his website in today's video description. You can see it's 1 troy ounce, and again this is a pressed piece. So I believe that the way they do these is they pour the kind of slab of silver, if you like, and then they press the design in, and that way you get a lot more intricate detail, and they're a lot easier to kind of mass produce. It's not like when you're doing sand casting and it takes a lot more precision and time. You can mass produce these, and when you mass produce them you can get them pretty much exactly the same, whereas when you're doing the sand casting you have each individual piece is slightly different, because it all depends how the sand is sitting and what bits of the sand stay in, and if little bits fall out here and there you'll have slight imperfections. Whereas when you're pressing a piece, obviously the actual outside might be slightly different, the actual kind of border, the actual size of the piece if you like, but the actual design won't vary too much because it is just pressed in. But nevertheless it's still a beautiful piece. Just because you can mass produce these a little bit more doesn't take away the fact of the detail and the stunningness that this piece is. Really nice. Very similar to the one I showcased yesterday that was holding the Ace of Spades. This one's holding a shotgun. You can see it's smoking at the top there. He's got a sand timer necklace, which is really cool touch. Just really nice piece. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Do you know what, thinking about it, I think this is exactly the same design, just on a different shaped piece of silver, because I've just noticed on the side here there's an Ace of Spades. So let me just put that down and confirm if that's correct. I didn't even realise that before when I picked these pieces up. Let's have a look. Yes, so it looks like this is in fact the same design, just on a different size piece. Look at that. I've never actually noticed that before. So you can see with this piece you've got the different part of the design. You've got the card bit there, but then you can't obviously see his necklace and the shotgun, whereas this bit goes further down. So that is really interesting, and it just goes to show that depending on what size piece of silver you press the design into can make the piece look very different, even though it's the same design. So that is really interesting. Look at that. I'd never realised that they were the same design, because they do look like individual pieces. On this one you're mainly focused on the playing card, and on this one you're mainly focused on the smoking shotgun. Really cool. So again, both from Rio's Precious Metals. And then we have this piece here, really stunning piece. This is quite a small piece. It is a 1 ounce piece, but it's got more thickness, so it's a little bit smaller than some of the other pieces that I've showcased. But yeah, this is from a company called St. Bees Silver, and again this is a UK based pouring company. I really like how they polished this side and they've stamped or lasered their logo on there. Looks really cool, really professional. But if we go back round and have a look at this side, look at the detail that we've got there. Now again, I have no idea how this has been done. I don't think this is a pressed piece. I might be wrong. This looks more like it could have been lasered on. But again, do let me know in the comment section. Silverpunk, you're my go-to when it comes to these sort of questions. How would this piece have been put together? But yeah, look at that. Absolutely stunning piece. Let me try and lock the focus a little bit on there so we can appreciate some of the detail. Really, really nice looking piece. I really like how we've got a kind of rough edge border. It's not a complete circle. It almost looks like it's an ancient Roman coin or something like that that's been dug up out of the ground. The way you've got this border around the edge, but it's cut off in places. Really, really effective. Like I said, although it's a smaller piece because it's got more thickness, it's still a really, really nice piece. And then moving on to a piece that many of you have probably seen before on Backyard Bullion's channel. These are the bars that he releases every single year. Really, really cool pieces. This is number 55 of 100. 55 is one of my favourite numbers, so that's why I picked this number. And there was only 100 of these made on this particular year. The mintage varies each year. I think it's slowly increasing as these have become more and more popular, so it allows more and more people to be able to get hold of one. But this was picked up, as you can see, in 2023. I just think they're really, really cool. I really like this raw looking bar. I love how you've got all these kind of imperfections on this side, all these craters. It just looks like a really raw piece of poured silver. But then when you flip it around to this side, you've still got the very professional looking stamps on there. You've got the hallmarks. You've got BYB on the front of the hallmark, BYB's logo, and then it says 1 troy ounce. So yeah, really, really nice looking piece. Again, very, very small piece because of the thickness. But it feels really, really nice in the hand because it is a smaller piece, but it still weighs an ounce. It does feel really substantial in the hand still. But yeah, let me know what you think about today's selection of pieces. Let me know in the comment section what your favourite piece out of these three are. These are all quite small pieces that have come out the box today. If we zoom out, it really puts it into perspective of how small they are. If we compare it to, say, a 1 ounce silver eagle, you can see this piece weighs the same, but it's a lot smaller because of the thickness. So these are both 1 ounce pieces, but if we look at the thickness on them, you can see you've got quite a lot more thickness on the poured piece. So that is why it's obviously smaller in diameter. But yeah, all three are really, really nice pieces. Let me know, like I said, in the comment section what your favourite piece out of these three are. And I look forward to seeing you all again in tomorrow's video when I'll be pulling out another three from my poured silver stack. Thank you very much for following this series along. And as always, I hope you have a very nice day.